Finally time for that Q&A. No. No, I can't do a Q&A like this. I've got to freshen up. Hi, hello, and oh, my back. Welcome to my demise. Welcome to my first ever Q&A session. Yay! Yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. Freshened up a bit. Yeah, let's just get into the questions. So the questions I will be getting asked today are from my Discord servers. One of them is just a Discord server that I do with friends. The other is a Discord server known as GAC, Arts and Crafts, a place where animators, artists, and YouTubers can combine their capabilities, become collaborators, and work together for a better future. But I have another server for editing and editors and IRL people, real people things. Oh boy. First question by Cheeto Panda. How old are you? Me, at the posting of this video, or at the recording of this video, I am 19 years old. And Alien says, adds you a furry. Can't really answer that question because it's not in English. Is that how you furries talk? It depends on what you describe as a furry. If I see furry art, I'm like, yeah. If I see other art, I'm still like, yeah. I'm like a casual furry. Flamey asks, who's your favorite YouTuber that isn't you? And she has a few others here. Who's your favorite artist? What's your favorite instrument? If you could be someone else for 30 minutes, who would you be? What's your ultimate goal for YouTube? That's a lot of questions. So, who's your favorite YouTuber that isn't you? 8-Bit Ryan. It's kind of between 8-Bit Ryan and Corey X Kenshin to some degree. But I've been watching a lot more 8-Bit Ryan lately. And I know Corey hasn't been posting as often, but I mean, just comparing the videos, even when they were posting at the same time, I didn't watch as much of 8-Bit Ryan as I was watching of Corey. And once I started watching more and more of 8-Bit, I started really liking his content. So I watch 8-Bit Ryan's videos mainly because I'm an editor, he's an editor, it just makes sense. Who's your favorite artist? I don't know very many artists. I'd have to say Shibi Leon, who I actually am editing her speed paints that are coming up eventually. I guess I could say Zalinki. What's your favorite instrument? The piano. If you could be someone else for 30 minutes, who would you be? Oh, 30 minutes only. Who would I be? I would either be Ethan from Crank Gameplays, Jacksepticeye, or Markiplier. What's your ultimate goal for YouTube? I don't have one. Now let me explain. I don't plan on being a full-time YouTuber. At one time I did, back on my old Camel Vortex channel. But then, GACAM videos came along, and I started posting on there, and I came to a realization I really don't, even beforehand, I started to come into a realization that I don't want to become, or I don't really care about becoming a full-time YouTuber or a big-time YouTuber. I don't have a goal for YouTube because I don't plan on doing YouTube as a full-time job. If I planned on doing YouTube as a full-time job, I would have like, okay, 100, all right, then we got to get 1,000, all right, we're going to go for 1 million subs or whatever. But I'm not actually going for anything on YouTube because I don't plan on becoming a full-time YouTuber. If it ends up that I can do it, like I just make a video and suddenly I'm getting traction like crazy, every upload is getting famous for whatever reason, then sure, maybe. But even then, I don't think I'm going to go for it necessarily. I'm not going to be, oh, now that this is happening, I'm going to go completely for it. I wouldn't say that I gave up on it, necessarily. I'd say that I found something else I want to do instead. Will you ever be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, which you can check in the description right now for a link immediately. If you go down there, you can get exactly $20 off on any in-app purchase, but the app itself is completely and entirely free. Have you licked your... I'm that cool potato guy says, Is your Carlson video going to be released yet? Yes, it is. Somebody, I believe you, yes, you actually challenged me. Said I couldn't beat their time. Save that for the Brazy Gaming Q&A. Have you thought of a big IRL collab, specifically doing one? Yes, I have thought of a very big one. The only reason I'm not yet saying it out loud is because I don't want the idea to be taken. I don't want someone to, I'd rather leave it to the possibility of someone coming up with it first than leaving it up to saying, hey, I have this idea, and somebody hearing it and being like, oh, I'm gonna do it first, and then doing it. I want to be the one to do this. I've even asked, well, okay, I can't give too many details about it, but yes, I have one big IRL collab. I've done a couple IRL collabs, not animations and all that, but I haven't been doing that many, to be honest. Plus, with the quarantine going on, it's onward. Cheeto Panda says, we ever going to hang out again? Yes, we are! Will you put this question in the... No. Groovy2 says, how do you grow your YouTube channel? Alright, here's how you grow your YouTube channel. Some of the biggest names on YouTube, they work at it. They do everything that you've heard tips about. They don't just do one single tip. They do all of it. How to be gay. It's pretty easy. You just don't know how you do it. Are you gay? No, I am not. But yeah, I'm straight. Ladies, what's better? Petka or Renatka, pear or apple? I've never tried either. Comment down below if you want a video of just me eating Petka and Renatka pears or apples and deciding which one's the best. I can do that. How do you become an animator? You animate. It's pretty simple. And if it's hard to do, animate harder. Really the only advice I have for you. Alpha Anims says, what's your favorite element? Mine is nature. Where did you get the idea of mortal? Seriously, I like that guy. Oh, nice. Some cool stuff to talk. No offense to everybody else. But, okay, so what's your favorite element? It used to be nature, but now I think it's either light or reality. Where did you get the idea of mortal? Funny story. So, I'm part of an animator group. Well, it's not really a group yet. We're working on getting up to that level. Most of us don't know how to only several of us actually know how to animate. No offense to those of you who don't, who are learning and such. But the ones who don't are better artists than the rest of us, except for one guy who can do both, which is, he's the leader. The guy who's leading the team had been working on this for actually a while. He's been working on this for years, actually. And one day, I met him. And we just got to talking and whatever. And we were just talking about random stuff. You know, we were just chilling. And then all of a sudden, one day out of nowhere, a couple days later after, I think it was like a couple weeks after meeting him actually. I don't remember how long it was after meeting him. But one day he just shoots a DM my way. He's like, bro, you want to be part of my animator crew? And I was like, sure. I needed a character for the world that we were making. We each had to have a character for this world that we were, in essence, that we were basically playing as. Basically role play. Sorry. But I was gonna go with this guy, my character, my persona that I use for YouTube. But then I thought, you know what, he's completely overpowered. And I know the leader of our faction, that's the word. The leader of our faction is also kind of overpowered. So I needed a new character. And I was thinking, oh, do I use this guy? Do I use this guy? You know what? I'm going to make a completely different character just for this. So I came up with, I wanted a unique character. Then I thought, what about a guy who only just started existing? He doesn't understand anything. He's expressionless. He's learning about the world. For him, this is his beginning. And he doesn't even realize that his soul is comprised of two very powerful beings. So I came up with Mortal, a cave drawing brought to life by some warp in reality. An alien says, what's your worst fear? Whew. Depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about a physical thing that always scares me, I'd have to say spiders. However, if we're talking about a just a thing like less physical and more just messes me up in general, I'd have to say not having hope. Is mortal powered by evil? No. How did you find the art of animating? I found it through Krita. No, I found it through Hyun's dojo. Hyun's dojo led me to learning of what animation was. That's where it began. But that was a long time ago. It went from Hyun's dojo, then it went to gaming. No, it went from gaming, skits, to animating, like the stuff I was watching on YouTube a lot, and animating, which was Hyun's dojo, and eventually animated YouTubers came up, and now I watch it all. But yeah, Hyun's dojo was the first real animation stuff that got me, that I was getting into. I thought it was the first animation that really took me by surprise. I can remember is that animation called A 9-Year-Old Made This Animation, made this epic stick figure animation. You might know what it is. You can look it up. Be right back. All right, let's move on. We got I gotta get this done in about 30 minutes. How do you find, okay, do you procrastinate? Absolutely yes. Who do you think you're talking to? How to animate? You draw, and just repeat that process. What game do you often play? Stuff on my Xbox, which would include, but not limited to, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 4, Skate 3, love that game, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, which is my favorite Spider-Man game of all time. I am currently playing One Shot. When's One Shot episode 2, brother? It's coming, okay? All right, those are all the questions on my server. Now, these are all just questions by people I know. Pokey Panda says, do you like stagging? Have you, Teo, if you had to change the type of content you do, what would you change it to? How do I answer this question? What would I do if I had to completely change the kind of content I post? Here's the problem. I post a bit of everything. Animation, vlog type stuff, and I do gaming. I don't really know what much else there is, but that I would enjoy. I do believe, you know what, I don't do very much vlogging. I think I would become a complete, just a vlogger channel. That's it. Vlogs. What's your foot size? 13. No. 14 actually. I believe I'm a 14 or a 15. I'm between 14 and 16. I'm between 14 and 16, somewhere in there. What's your favorite band? The Backstreet Boys. I don't have a favorite genre. My favorite artist is Toby Mac and my friend Not So Pro-ish, who's epic. We're making a song together. What's your fetish? Have you ever slapped... Teo! Just Loneliness says, have you realized how much of a frick-fracketing blanking blank angel you are? Well, now that you mention it, feet reveal. As much as you're getting. Did you get when Staggin said she can lay eggs? Why? Why do you guys ask these questions? I'm a changed man. Yes. Virgin? Yes. Consent? No. Have you have you bust did you come from the heavens? I'm pretty sure I was like just born. Do you plan on continuing your Hollow Knight playthrough on Chair Champions? This is by Blocky again. Yes, we do. But I haven't been able to go to Noah's house lately. We'll continue it once this quarantine thing is done and over with. Do you plan on telling people our third member? If you're talking about Dorian, then I'd say yeah. If you're talking about Jonan, I'd say again, yeah. But so far they haven't been on a single, no, Dorian's been in one clip And Jonan's been in the vlog, in a video thing that I recorded. He's on my Instagram, but that's about it actually. Where did the idea of your character and character story come from? Okay, so there's an entire character story. I'm going to answer this question, but you can kind of skip over this one if you want, because it's kind of insight. You got to know what I'm talking about. But the idea for the character actually came from my interest for interdimensional abilities. And I thought, what if every movie, everything, and I just had the idea that what if everything you saw, every idea you heard of, was actually a dimension in and of itself, and that this world was the base dimension, and that there were people who had to fix the interdimensional links between stuff and make sure that timelines ran the way they're supposed to, while also defeating these little demonic beings in the process. My character, I came up with, I don't know, I just came up with him. I don't actually have a story for that one. Sorry, Staggin. Sorry, dear. I don't want to do this anymore. That is the end of the Q&A. We're done here. I'm finished. We're not doing it. We might do another Q&A someday, but not now. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. I love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love yourself.